World record for Disneyland. That's Cole Swindell. She had me at Heads, Carolina on 101.1 KRMD. Good morning to you once again. I'm Mason in the morning. We are broadcasting live on Facebook now. And, of course, the radio. You can go to facebook.com/KRMD Mason. And you can see what goes on in the studio. What's happening in the studio. That's what you can do today. It's kind of fun because we're actually talking about a world record. You know I love a world record. Love world records. They're the coolest thing. To be better than anybody else in the entire world at something. Doesn't even matter what it is. We've talked about lots of crazy stuff. Mattress stacking. There's a world record for the tallest stack of mattresses. Believe it or not, it was a mattress store that set the record. We've talked about spitting for distance. Some records are harder than others. Of course, you got the Olympic records, and those ones take a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of dedication, to be the fastest man in the world. That's really something. Now, I have a world record today that is Disneyland related. And it's such a strange record. And I would say it's bordering on impossible. I don't even understand how this guy did it. It doesn't make any sense to me that he would do it. The world record that this man has just been given, they just gave him his plaque for being the Guinness World Record holder, is for consecutive days going to Disneyland. Okay? You been to Disneyland? How many days could you go in a row? How many days would you even want to go in a row to Disneyland? Now, that's a lot of fun. Disneyland, I've been there. Disney World, I've been there. There's a lot to do. Multiple days, right? You can get the multiple day passes. But this is a world record. And let me just tell you, this is funny too. The guy who did it is 50. It's a 50-year-old man who set the world record for visiting Disneyland consecutively. He never missed a day in this entire time. Now just guess what this could be. Just take a guess on how many consecutive days this guy went to Disneyland. Number one, I don't even know how you could afford this kind of thing. Disneyland's expensive. I do know that he has a pass. I've actually seen this guy's videos. I've looked at a few of his videos. Interesting. He has a pass. He'll show it. Gets to go in. So I don't know what the pass is, but it's got to be much, much cheaper than just buying a day pass. Now, his name is Jeff Wrights, and he visited Disneyland 2,995 days in a row. What? Is that insane? That's insane. That's crazy. That seems impossible, but he did it. And he has video evidence. He has photographs. Guinness World Record has officially announced it, given him his plaque. He went to Disneyland every single day, weekends included, every day, never even a day off. 2,995 days. Now, let me put that in perspective. That's 8 years, 3 months, and 13 days. That is how many times or how long of a time he went to Disneyland without ever missing a single day. 8 years, 3 months, 13 days. His run was from 2012 until 2020. You know when his last day was? The day Disneyland shut down for COVID. He was trying to get 3,000 days. 3,000 days in a row going to Disneyland. And Disneyland shut down for COVID on March 13th. And it's funny, if you actually watch the video, his last day of going to Disneyland, he has a video, and there is a lady at the check-in place where he hands his card to get in, and they say that the park is closing down, and it'll be closed from that day until April 1st. You guys remember those days? When we were just going to shut businesses down for a little bit? We'd take a couple weeks off and COVID would go away. Everything would be fantastic, right? Just a couple of weeks. And that's what they were going to do. Disneyland was going to shut down for like What would that have been? 17 days? Yeah, that was wishful thinking, wasn't it? So he went to Disneyland 2,995 times, 5 days short from his goal of 3,000. And then I guess he struggled a little bit during the pandemic, and he decided to make some life changes. So he's never been back. He stopped the streak, stopped going, and was just certified Guinness World Record holder for consecutive days at Disneyland in a row. And he hasn't decided yet to return, but he says he will. It says that he will go back with his record, take some photos at Disneyland with his world record. But can you imagine? I wonder if I can Google. Does anybody know? You can put it in a text, put it in a comment there. How much does it cost to go to Disneyland? Like, what is the price of Disneyland? I'm going to try to Disneyland tickets. If you guys have been there recently, how much did it cost you to go to Disneyland recently? Do they even give you that kind of thing? Is there prices on this stuff? I'm going to try to find it real quick. If I can't, that's all right. I'll try to come back and tell you guys. Standard theme park one-day ticket, $109. $109. That's 10 plus one-day ticket for Disneyland. Standard theme park ticket. So that's my calculator's over there. What's 3,000 times 100? That would be $300,000. Is that right? $300,000 going to Disneyland. And I don't know if he paid that because like I said, he did have a pass. But what does a pass cost? He went for 8 years and never missed a day. And what does this guy do for a living? How could you do this? This is all the things that I'm saying. It just seems like it's impossible. You know, I know Michael Phelps world records for swimming. He has tons of them. It took years and years of dedication. That seems more plausible than this world record does to me, to go to Disneyland every day for almost 3,000 days. I don't understand it. I don't understand. How is it possible? 8 years, never missed a day? Never got sick of it in 8 years? What do you do? He can't have a job, right? How does he pay to get in? The passes still have to be expensive, I'm assuming. Whatever. But that's the new record. If anybody wants to beat it, anybody wants to be a new world record holder, all you have to do is go to Disneyland 2,996 times. Good luck.